Now man they cheat, now woman they fear DNA. I am sure you must have heard this ever since we started the journey of justice for Mohbad, where men are seen as cheaters, but women are afraid to avail themselves and children or child for a paternity test. Well, something came up and it is explosive. Right now, as I speak, an investigation is ongoing on justice for Mohbad, particularly the paternity test. I'm going to go through what the lawyer of Mohbad's father said concerning the DNA test. These words is deep. Now, normally, Cynthia Wunmi Adebanjo would have availed Liam for a paternity test way back before Mohbad's body became what it became right now. This would have been done much more earlier. Same way the Nigerian police kept the body of Mohbad before they decided the test could be done abroad. And of course, you know, the longer the body stays, the more difficult or the less accurate the results are. In their bid to stall and waste time, they know that the longer the body of Mohbad stays, the inconclusive the results can be. The family of Mohbad has voiced new concerns over the ongoing DNA test meant to determine paternity of Cynthia's son and Mohbad's alleged son, Liam. In a statement released through their lawyer, Oladayo Ogungbe, on behalf of Mohbad's father, Joseph Aloba, the family questioned whether some of the selected laboratories have the technical ability required for the procedure. Earlier, a magistrate court in Ikorodu, Lagos State, directed that the DNA analysis be carried out in 3 laboratories agreed upon by all parties. The facilities listed include DNA Diagnostics Center in Ohio, United States, Alpha Biolabs in Warrington, United Kingdom, and Advanced Histopathology Laboratory Limited, same London, United States. However, the family legal team said preliminary checks have raised concerns about the suitability of some of these labs. According to Ogunbe, and we all know that tissue-based test is what is required to get this done. We all know that. We all know that this is what is required to get this done. Mohbad's father already had this sorted out. Like, already had this done some couple of he did it some couple of months back. I think, if I am correct, I think it's over a year plus or 2 years. Mohbad's father quickly got the test done. That was when Mohbad's mother came up with this talk of that child, Mohbad, is not yours. So the man had no option, Mr. Aloba, than to get the test done. It was carried out, tissue-based test. We all know that that is what is needed. Cynthia also knows that this is what is needed. I'm kind of wondering why Cynthia took this long. If you know that this boy is for Mohbad, you should have been the one to spearhead it earlier. Like, hey, Mohbad's father, I want this test done. You come on social media and say, I want this test done. Aside our coming later on national TV saying Mohbad's father had refused to get the DNA test done. That she has always been ready for the DNA test done. But we got some information here and there that the test had already been done using Mohbad's mother, and the result is not satisfactory. What I mean is the result is negative. So Cynthia is hoping, that is what she is on right now, hoping that should Mohbad's tissue be used, maybe there is a possibility that she will get a positive result, which a lot of people believe will not be positive. In a statement released through their lawyer, Oladayo Gungbe, on behalf of Mohbad's father, they said that the technical ability required for the procedure of the facilities that I mentioned just now is not suitable. They said they did preliminary checks and they raised concerns about the suitability of these labs. According to Gungbe, inquiries were made to confirm whether the laboratories could conduct post-mortem DNA testing, especially procedures involving tissue extraction from embalmed remains. Responses from Alpha Biolabs and Advanced Histopathology Laboratory Limited reportedly indicated that such specialized services are not within their scope. Alpha Biolabs, Advanced Histopathology Laboratory, chosen by Cynthia and the government. Can you imagine? None of them. I don't know. How could you choose a laboratory without consulting with the laboratory? This development has introduced fresh uncertainty into the process, given that the test would require advanced forensic methods due to the condition of Mohbad's remains. The statement added that the matter has been formally brought before the court, with an affidavit already filed to present the new findings. Ogungbe also rejected claims that the family intentionally chose laboratories lacking the required expertise. So now it is now Mohbad's father acting stupidly. Like, I don't understand what's going on. Like, I'm not really getting what is happening here. The first laboratory is in the United States. That laboratory, obviously, if they cannot do it themselves, they know how to pass this down to or partner with a laboratory that can conduct such tests. So Ogungbe now saying that they did not intentionally choose laboratories lacking the required expertise. He clarified that the applicant nominated only one of the facilities, while the others were selected by opposing party and approved by the court. He emphasized that Joseph Aloba remains committed to ensuring the process is transparent and scientifically reliable in line with the court's directive. The case seeks to establish whether Liam, born in April 2023, is Mohbad's biological son. The order for the DNA test was issued by Magistrate Adefisoye Sonuga following an application by the late singer's father. Since the demise of Mohbad in September 2023, under controversial circumstances, multiple legal issues have surfaced, including disputes over his estate, royalties, and other family matters. So now, who is fooling who? Is it Mohbad's father? Well, it has been made clear that Mohbad's father picked the laboratory in the United States, in Ohio, DNA Diagnostic Center in Ohio. I want to believe that is where he conducted the test for himself to ascertain that he is Mohbad's father. But Cynthia, alongside Iyabo Sepeteri, picked Alpha Biolabs in Warrington, UK, and Advanced Histopathology Lab in London, UK. So what is the game here? They just looked for labs and Googled it, or of course they know that these labs will not suffice. They know this lab will not give the results. They know this lab will not be able to conduct it. Because you don't pick a laboratory without confirming from the laboratory. You definitely want to communicate with the laboratory, right? Is that not how it is done? You definitely want to connect with whoever it is that is going to work it. Right? Or are they saying that the laboratory will fly down to Nigeria? They will send one of their lab specialists, DNA specialists, genetic specialists down to Nigeria to pick the tissues of Mohbad? Is that what is going to happen? So definitely there is going to be an authorized personnel that will do this job. So I'm kind of wondering what's happening here. How could Cynthia, how could you have picked two laboratories that do not conduct the kind of test that is requested, that is required, all because you want to stall? You guys want to make sure that you keep visiting the court and they keep extending. This DNA thing should have been sorted out. That boy is not for Mohbad. That's all that is indicated in all the moves that Cynthia has made. And of course, the WhatsApp chat that Iyabo Joe was in charge of alongside the repentant Tonto Dike. They were all in that group chat. And in that group chat, Tonto Dike said that Iyabo Joe already conducted the DNA test using Mohbad's mother. And the test result is nada. Mohbad's mother knows. Mohbad's mother knows. But because of our greed and the also greed of Mohbad's father, both of them are kind of trying to be ahead of each other. Way ahead of each other, like I'll be the one to get this money. This boy is a promised child. They say it's going to wipe away our poverty. So they are now struggling on whose side the poverty will be wiped. That's basically what it is. Mohbad's mother knows that the paternity of that boy is not just questionable. It has been made clear through a test that was done. Just a simple swab was done. And they came out to say, hey, there is no 25%, not even 20%, not even 15%. You know what that means? Everyone understands basic biology, how it works. We all know how it works. That father gives 50, mother gives 50, and the makeup is 100. And when you go further, you will realize that mother brought 50-50, now 25-25 from your grandparents. So at least if 15% is discovered, 10% is discovered, there will be a link that shows that Liam is actually from Mohbad. But unfortunately, that is not what the case is. It is 0-0 because, according to the story, could it be that Cynthia knew that Mohbad had problems? Or she just didn't want to get pregnant for Mohbad? Or it is just some kind of mistake? Or what could this be? She brought the child home, brought the pregnancy home, and claimed that this child belongs to Mohbad. What exactly is going on here? And this reminds me of what Mohbad's mother said too, that prior to this time, they already had issues as regards paternity of Liam. That is before Mohbad passed away. Mohbad's father was the one that toppled Mohbad's quest to get DNA done when he was alive. Now, DNA is now a thing. Can you imagine? It is so terrible. Terrible and wicked.